The New South Wales government is coming to the rescue. Get your 15 grand grants today. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian Heiser here and welcome to another episode of Heiser Says. Grab your stein of coffee because we're going to talk about an article which is highlighting the new grants that the New South Wales government is, handing out today. $7,500 to $15,000 for businesses. But before we have a look at that, I want to draw your attention to, a show that we're going to do tonight on the Twitch channel. Rachel and I will be discussing going back to school, education, distance education and day school, and just our experiences as parents taking, putting our kids in distance ed and in day school. And come along, ask questions, let us know your opinions, and we'll share our experiences. Only on our Twitch channel, everyone. So come and check that out. And I'll just jump back here. So let's have a look at this. Government to the rescue. Now, there are a few things I want to draw to everyone's attention just so we are aware of that. And I'll just jump here. Now, this is our GDP, and we can see, we had the recession, the first recession in 28 years. You've got to realize there are a lot of people in the workforce that don't even remember the last recession, that were too young to know what a recession is, that only know our cash rate constantly going down, that don't remember it being quite high. There are viewers of the channel that definitely remember double-digit interest rates on their mortgage or on their savings. I mean, that would have been the day. I think I remember back to getting 5%. I still didn't think that was a lot. Oh, how naive we were back then. So we haven't had a recession in the living memory of a lot of people. And, this one's a little different. While we have had GDP growth for some time, our GDP growth has been below trend since the GFC. That's one definition that we've been in a continued depression. Think about it. The country's still going up, but our population is increasing because so many people are flooding in. And, GDP is going up. The politicians can get their sound bites, but people's quality of life isn't getting any higher. And if you add to that the increasing cost of housing, that's another topic. But remember, it doesn't come for free. One of the biggest, two things the government did. One of them has been home builder, where they've used, the housing sector, bashing it, the pinata of housing to stimulate the economy. Everyone, there's a big portion of workforce there. And, you've got JobKeeper, guys. Looking at just the different percentages back in October, nearly 9% of Victorians were being supported by JobKeeper, either big businesses or small businesses. And the concern with this is some businesses didn't need it. Some businesses should have closed because, we're hearing stories of businesses going under and people not getting their super paid, not getting this paid because the JobKeeper didn't cover everything. It only covered a portion of the costs incurred with employing someone. So it's kind of, a little bit of a concern. And we'll just go up here. What I'll draw your attention to, one more thing that we all need to remember, everyone. It's the government debt. The government that's coming to the rescue, none of this is without a price. We're all going to pay for it, guys. So let's just have a look at these $15,000 grants and what they have to say. So New South Wales businesses crippled by the extended lockdown will today be able to apply for $7,500, $10,500 and $15,000 grants from today. All New South Wales businesses that cop a 30, 50 or 70% or more drop in turnover due to the movement restrictions are eligible to receive the one-off cash grants. And if you can take it, guys, it's just your own taxes that you're getting back. That's pretty much what it is. I don't blame you. I know of other people who've taken advantage of it. If the government's stupid enough to give out money, do it. At least you don't have to take them to court and legal action to get compensated for the damage they've caused to your business. But remember, we're all going to have to work for this one way or another. The government will vacuum it all up. We saw discussions about tax reform, increasing GST, bringing in a death tax from, the Tax Institute, everyone. And, I'll just remind you of that organization. We'll bring that up here. Here we go. This is the Tax Institute we're calling for that. A professional body and lobby group that make all their money off taxation. So, nothing's free. Don't think it's ever free. The business support is part of the COVID-19 rescue package, jointly announced by the New South Wales and federal governments last week, which was later revised to increase the grant amounts. From the outset of the pandemic, we've always said we would do whatever was necessary to protect people and jobs, and this suite of measures will do exactly that, said New South Wales Treasurer Dominic Perriotti. One thing I don't like about Perriotti's proposal, for other things, he wants to get a land tax, get rid of stamp duty and get a land tax in. Another tax. How about we just get rid of stamp duty? Wasn't that the whole point of the GST? Remember how they sold us on that? It's all bullshit, isn't it? These programs will provide timely and targeted support for businesses to help them with much-needed cash flow, maintain employees and provide relief for business expenses, for which no other government support is available. Business owners who want to claim the grant will have 2 months to put in an application. Applications open on the 19th of July 2021 and close at 11:59 p.m. on the 13th of September 2021, Services New South Wales said on its website. How much can I get? There are 3 tiers. You'll need to have lost at least 30% in turnover in order to be eligible for the grant at the lowest tier. So turnover decline of 30% or more, 7.5. 50%, you get 10.5. 70% or more, you get 15,000. See, for some businesses, that's going to be a decent amount of money. For other businesses, it's going to be nothing to compensate for this. You can find the funding on you can use the funding on expenses such as wages, rent, utilities, financial and legal advice, marketing to cover the costs of perishable goods or any other activities that help keep the business alive. Are you eligible for a grant? Services New South Wales has released information on eligibility requirements that need to be met to receive the grant. Businesses have to declare their decline in turnover, show their expenses that can't be covered by other government support, declare their employee headcount as of the 30th of July, and submit a tax return or other documentation to show their business's turnover for the 2020 financial year. The eligibility criteria will differ depending on which grant tier the business is applying for. So it looks like they're being a little bit more rigorous with this than with the just JobKeeper, particularly the first round. So you can apply via the online services. You'll need a My Services New South Wales account. Okay, telling you how to apply and press the submit button. Okay. So what do you think, everyone? What do you think? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? Would you be applying for the grants? Did you get any of the other previous grants? I know, we couldn't. Well, frankly, I couldn't be bothered going for anything. The paperwork was just too much effort, and we didn't get a decline in revenue in our business. But we're quite fortunate. We work from home anyway. We're designers, so it's not really impacting us that much. Where people in a cafe or a little shop there, they're going to really cop it, guys. So I can understand. Now, we can't forget that this is not without a cost, everyone. This isn't without a cost. All of these things have costs and implications. We're getting more and more debt built up. I know Queensland is running in the hole. New South Wales, how's that going to go? And the discussions that we're seeing from bodies like the Tax Institute, it feels like it's tapering around the edges, guys. It's not really addressing any of these fundamental issues, or at least pushing for a decline in government or a decrease in the size of government. Maybe we should look at that. But there you go. I guess giving people money to help keep their businesses is justified since the government is doing the damage, and it also mitigates the potential, concern and criticism of the glorious leaders that are taking care of us. Remember, lockdowns win elections. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments down below. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon, sign up for Self-Wealth or Stake, use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Aussie Broadband, buy our merch from Heiser Says, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.